what I was thinking today, maybe we'll work our way to half moon pose and revolved half moon, Ardha Chandrasana and revolved version of that. We haven't done that for a while. We'll start off, well, let's just start seated. So sit nice and tall, get that length in the spine, but nice neutral back. So it's not, you know, when I say length, it's not a straight spine, you're trying to get those natural curves in the back. Just resting the hands on the legs and then close the eyes. So just think about how you're sitting. Bringing the hips slightly forward, not overemphasizing it. Keeping the chin parallel to the ground or slightly tucked, head back. So trying not to jut the head forward. Broadening across the collarbone, shoulders relaxed. And then bring more attention, more focus to the breath, starting to inhale and exhale through the nose. Each inhale, a little deeper, pulling in more air, filling those lungs. Each exhale, trying to make the exhale just as long as the inhale. Ujjayi breathing, we haven't talked about that for a while. So in Ujjayi breathing, we're breathing in and out through the nose, but you're restricting the flow of breath slightly through the throat. So you can hear your breath. You can hear it when you breathe. So it's almost as if when you inhale with the mouth closed, you're trying to say an R sound. And as you exhale, a Sa sound. Some people call it the sound of the ocean, ocean breath. Good kind of breathing to do when we're doing cat-cow or when we're doing the sun salutations, Ujjayi breathing. Another kind of breathing technique we do quite often, alternate nostril breathing. So let's take the right hand and we're going to place the thumb on the right side of the nose, ring finger on the left side of the nose. Other two fingers in between can be tucked in if you want. And we're going to close the right nostril, inhale through the left side. Close the left nostril gently with the ring finger, exhale right. Inhale right side. Close right, exhale left. Inhale left. Close left, exhale right. Inhale right. Exhale left. Inhale left. Exhale right. So just go 2 or 3 more rounds at your pace, remembering to switch at the top of the inhale. And after the next exhale, bring both hands down. Work on the shoulders a little bit. Just loosening up. So alternate nostril breathing, it's calming breath. We're trying to even out the breath. Sometimes it's more difficult to breathe in one side of the nose than the other side, but we're trying to even out, balance things. And as we balance the breath, we balance the mind and the body. Just loosening up a little bit in the shoulders. Okay, arms. Bring the right arm up. You're extending the arm forward, it's parallel to the ground, you're retracting it back, you're pulling that arm in towards you. As you pull it in, you're getting taller and taller. You're breathing, and you're going a little deeper on the stretch on the exhale. Take your time. Always start off easy stretch and gradually go deeper with the breath. Let's add a little twist. So if you're pulling the right arm in, you're twisting over towards the left. Inhale back to center. We'll bring the other arm up, parallel to the ground, palm parallel to the ground, shoulder back. And start pulling that arm in, getting tall, inhaling. Exhale as the arm comes in a little closer. And release. Placing the left hand on the mat, a couple of feet away from you, in line with the hips. Inhale the right arm up, reach up as much as you can, and then take that side stretch, looking under the arm towards the ceiling. Take a few breaths here. So that bottom hand, I'm pushing the hand into the ground. So I'm not, I'm not relaxing that right hip. I'm trying to keep that right hip a little bit even distant to the ground as the left hip, so I'm getting more stretch down the side of the body. Inhale, we come up. Exhale, other hand to the other side. Inhale, left arm up, reach, reach, reach. Exhale into the stretch. Inhale, we come back up. We place, we take both arms either side, palms facing down, arms parallel to the ground. Eagle arms, we bring the right arm under the left arm, hands parallel. We touch the nose with the thumb, and then we start bringing the arms up to the ceiling. Nice stretch across the back of the, between the shoulder blades. Enjoy the stretch. We extend the arms to the side again, and then we bring the left arm under the right, hands parallel. And we release. We come on our hands and knees. Cat-cow a few times. Inhale, belly down, head up. Exhale as you round the back and tuck the chin. Inhaling into cow, exhaling into cat. I like to start the movement from the base of the spine, working my way through up into the neck. Whether I'm going into cat or cow, I start from the base of the spine, trying to go a little deeper with each breath. Inhaling as you round the back, tucking the chin. Exhale, dropping the belly, lifting the head up. So we're going to add legs, one leg. So I'm going to move slightly forward, give myself room. Inhale the right leg up, looking up. Exhale as the knee comes in and you tuck the chin. Inhale, extend. Exhale, in. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Switch. Inhale, other leg coming up, looking up. Exhale, knee in, tucking the chin. Inhale, extend. Exhale, knee in. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Sphinx. Make fists with the hands. Tuck the feet. Bring those hips up. Forearm plank. Keep the elbows under the shoulders. Try not to get the elbows any wider than the shoulders if you can. Engage that core. Don't drop the hips. And if you want more challenge, right leg comes up for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We switch for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We come into child's pose, 3 or 4 breaths. Stay in child's pose, but add a little side stretch, walking the hands over to the right side. And then stretch out the other side, walking the hands over to the left side. Back to center. Dolphin. We keep the hips over the knees, elbows under the shoulders, palms together, or you can have a block or arms, forearms parallel. Hips come up and back. Nice shoulder opener here. You're trying to straighten that line out from the elbows through the shoulders to the hips. So you're pushing into the ground to keep the head off the ground, and you're pushing that mat away. Working pretty hard, chin tucked, you're looking between the legs. Probably keep the knees bent to get that back neutral. 2 or 3 more breaths. And we come down. Puppy dog. We keep the hips over the knees, we extend the arms. Again, the chin is tucked, but this time the arms are straight, elbows are off the ground. Just like regular down dog, arms are active. And then we walk the hands under the shoulders. So if down dog bothers the wrists, puppy dog is a good alternative. Hands on slightly forward of the shoulders. Middle finger facing towards the front of the mat. We bring the hips up and back. Let's walk the dog a little bit. I'm bringing my feet a little bit closer to each other, and I'm just bending one knee as I straighten the opposite leg. Hold one leg straight, one knee bent. Good calf stretch probably. It is for me. And then switch. And then bring the knees down. So what I've been doing a bit more recently when I do my own practice is stretching out the toes a little bit. I'll show you in a sec. So I tuck my toes, and I'm on my fingertips. Fingertips are just outside the knees, and I'm just rocking backwards and forwards a little bit. So this is what we're doing is going to stretch the toes out. It's going to stretch the back of the heels out. So if you've got tight Achilles tendons, this is good. And I'm gradually bringing the heels a bit closer to the ground. I'm going to stop rocking and just walk the fingers forward and let the heels get a little bit closer to the ground. If the heels don't touch the ground, what you could do is just roll up the mat a little bit and just put the rolled up mat underneath the heels. I'm reaching forward. I'm actually bringing my knees into my arms so I get a little bit of leverage, so I'm not rounding the back quite as much. But this is going to probably, you feel this at the back of the heels, and maybe a gentle stretch in the back. Should feel good, shouldn't hurt. And then let's come back on our hands and knees. Down dog. Look forward, walk forward between the hands. Inhale halfway up. Exhale as you fold forward. Inhale, we come all the way up. Exhale into mountain. Half salute. Inhale, sweeping those arms up. Exhale as you fold forward and down. Inhale halfway up. Exhale, folding forward again. Inhale, we come all the way up. Exhale, mountain. Don't forget, bend the knees if you need to. Keep that back happy. Inhale, reach up, look up. Exhale as you hinge forward and down. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, folding forward again. Inhale, we come all the way up. Exhale into mountain. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, folding forward. Inhale, all the way up. Exhale, mountain. Couple more. Use that Ujjayi breathing. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale as we fold forward. Inhale, we come all the way up. Exhale, mountain. One more. Getting into a nice rhythm. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, we come all the way up. Keep the fingers interlaced. Point the index finger towards the ceiling. Reach towards the ceiling. Let's take another side stretch. But this time it's a standing side stretch. We're keeping the whole body in one plane. Try not to bring one shoulder more forward than the other. We're shifting the hips over in one direction as we lean in the opposite direction. You're breathing. We inhale up, we reach, stretch, get tall, exhale to the other side. Shifting the hips in one direction as you lean in the opposite direction. Inhale, we come up. Keep the arms where they are. You're trying to keep the arms either side of the ears. We engage the glutes, we get tall, and we take a backward bend. Go as far back as is comfortable. Trying to keep the arms either side of the head. We inhale, coming back up. We hinge forward. And we come all the way down. We take the feet apart, maybe about 3 inches. We take hold of the big toes. We bend the knees, we rest the belly on the legs, we relax the head. So keep contact between the belly and the legs, that keeps the back safe. And can you keep that contact but straighten the legs a little bit more? And then we bend the knees. We inhale as we come up. And we exhale into mountain. Come to the front of the mat. Actually, I think I'll face you guys like I did last week. Inhale into chair. Exhale, folding forward and down. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, we plant the hands. We walk into plank. Keep the elbows in. Knees come down. Chin, chest forward and down. You're inhaling into cobra. And you exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale the right leg up. Actually, let's do a hip opener. Stack the right hip over the left hip. Keep the hands on the ground. You're bending that top knee. We extend the leg. We bring the knee forward. We're coming into star pose. So we're bringing the knee between the hands. We shoot the leg over. So the foot's in line with the hands. Both legs are straight. Bottom shoulder in. And we open up. Breathe. We bring that hand down. Extended down dog, same side. We switch. Other leg comes up. Down dog. Stack the hips, bend that top knee. Extend the leg, bring the knee in. So I'm bringing the knee between the hands. I shoot the leg over. I'm trying to keep both legs straight, hips off the ground, and then open up into star pose. We bring that top hand down. We extend the leg. We bring the knees down. and we take child's pose. Star pose, a little bit of a challenge. Come up, sit on the heels. Little bit of a back bend here. Fingers in line with the toes. We tuck the chin, we open the chest, keep the elbows in, go slowly. Head goes back carefully. Breathe. And if you want, you can bring the hips up. Working the arms, this is going to strengthen the arms, it's going to open the chest. Glutes working, back should be happy. Sit bones down and we come back up. Don't forget, if anything bothers the lower back in particular, modify it or come out of the pose. Back onto the hands and knees. Downward facing dog. Look forward, walk forward between the hands. Inhale halfway up. Exhale as you fold forward, knees bent. Inhale into chair. Exhale coming all the way up. Inhale chair pose. Exhale as you fold forward. Inhale halfway up. Exhale we plant the hands. We're back into plank. Knees down, chin chest forward and down. Inhaling into cobra. Exhale down dog. Inhale the right leg up to the ceiling. Exhale we sweep that foot through. We come into warrior one. We hold warrior one a breath or two, adding a little back bend if you want. And on your next exhale, warrior two. Keep that knee nicely lined up. None of this with the knee. Don't let that front knee come inward. So what we're going to do, we're going to add eagle arms here. So look to the side of the mat. Bring that left arm under the right arm. Take a breath or two. Regular warrior two, reverse warrior, and then we flow to the other side. Plank, chaturanga, inhaling into up dog, exhale down dog. Inhale the left leg up, extended down dog. Exhale, we sweep that foot through. Coming into warrior one other side, maybe a little back bend. And on your next exhale, warrior two. Look to the side, bring the right arm under the left arm, eagle arms. Warrior two, regular warrior two, reverse warrior. We come into plank. We're going to hold plank for 3 breaths. So what I'm doing here is I'm wiggling my toes back, trying to keep the heels over the toes. Also, you want to try and get the shoulders a little bit behind the wrist. That takes the pressure off the wrists. And if you want to do a side plank, we bring the left hand to center. We stack the feet, right arm comes up, and you can have the bottom knee down or the top foot down in front of you, or the top leg up. If it does bother the hand or the wrist, you do the forearm version. Other side whenever you're ready. Back into plank, chaturanga, up dog, downward facing dog. Hold down dog a breath or two. And then we look forward, walk forward between the hands, inhale halfway up, exhale as you fold forward, knees bent, we're back in chair, and then we come all the way up. Okay, what we're going to do next, we'll work our way into half moon pose. Once after warrior two, I might switch the mat so I can face you guys. Inhale into chair. Actually, if you have a block, get a block. Have the block handy. Okay, Inhale into chair. Exhale, fold forward and down. Inhale halfway up. Exhale, we plant the hands. We're in plank. We come into chaturanga, keeping the elbows in. Inhaling into up dog. Keep that core engaged. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale the right leg up. Exhale, we sweep that foot through. We're in warrior one. Take a little bit of a back bend, maybe. And then we go into warrior two. I think I'll do half moon at this angle. I was thinking of changing my direction, but I think we can do it from here. We'll do a reverse warrior. And then we're going to take the block. If you have a block, if you don't have a block, don't worry. The block is in front of my foot and to the outside. I'm bringing my right hand onto the block as I bring my left leg up, and then I'm going to stack the arms, and I'm going to flex that top foot, and I'm breathing. And there's a couple of variations in this pose, if you remember. I think I will show you this side view actually. So for the variations, you don't have to use the block if you don't want. One variation is to bring that lower hand to the heart. The other variation is to take hold of that top foot and push into the foot and open up like this. And I guess what you could do, you could try a combination. Let's see if that works. Like this. And we come down. And we come back into warrior two. The revolved version, we do a reverse warrior. I'm going to face you guys again, and then after reverse warrior we sweep that back hand and we shift the block, still in front but it's slightly inside the foot, and if you haven't got the block, you're just on your fingertips, and then we revolve. Again, you're trying to stack the arms, challenging your breathing. We come out as elegantly as you can. Warrior two, reverse warrior, and then we flow to the other side. Plank, chaturanga, up dog, down dog, hang out in down dog, recenter. And then we bring that left leg up, we sweep that foot through, warrior one, warrior two, reverse warrior, and then half moon, bringing the block in front to the outside of the foot. Get your balance. Flexing that top foot, and if you want a bit of a variation, you can bring the bottom hand up to the heart, or you can take hold of that top foot, pushing the foot into the hand, or maybe a combo. And whenever you're ready, we come back down into warrior two, reverse warrior, and then we do the revolved version, sweeping that back hand, shifting the block over to the right, and then adding the twist, trying to stack the arms as best you can, and trying to keep your balance. And then we slowly come out. We're back in warrior two. Whoops. Balance is a challenge sometimes. Reverse warrior, into plank, chaturanga, up dog, Downward facing dog, hold down dog, 3 or 4 breaths. And then let's take a little breather, come into child's pose. So from child's pose, let's just come back onto the mat. I think we'll do a little bit more back bending here. Let's come high up on the knees. And we're going to keep the toes tucked. We might have done this last week, camel prep, but we're going to work our way into full camel, I think. We're supporting the lower back. We're going to engage the glutes. We're going to keep the hips over the knees as we gently lean back. As you're leaning back, engaging the glutes. Head goes back carefully and you breathe. And we slowly come back up. And we head into child's pose. And we come back high up on the knees. Things to remember in camel is hips are over the knees. You're keeping the back safe, engaging that. So as we go backward, we're not sort of arching this back a lot. We're almost trying to do that dog tilt. Remember that dog tilt as we go backward to keep that back nice and safe. If it does bother the back, just keep that in the full camel, hands to the heels. If you can't touch the heels, just support the back. Full camel, we bring the right arm up, bringing it to the right heel. We bring the left arm up, keep it close to the head as you bring it over, down to the left heel. Next, shifting the hips forward, keeping the toes tucked, opening the chest, glutes working, head goes back carefully, you breathe. Take about 3 breaths. To come out, we come out the way we came in, bringing one arm up, other arm up with the head, and then into child's pose. Camel, good stretch for the back, opening the front of the body. Same as bridge, same as wheel. Maybe next week we'll do wheel if I remember. Okay, couple of standing poses. Come back on your hands and knees, downward facing dog. Look forward, walk forward between the hands. Inhale halfway up, exhale folding forward, knees bent. We come all the way up. And then mountain. So we'll do tree and standing pigeon. We haven't done standing pigeon for a little bit. We've been doing more of Garudasana, eagle pose, haven't we? So we're on the left foot, right foot is inside, below or above the knee. Palms together. And whenever, excuse me, whenever you're ready, arms come up. So you can have the fingers together. Some people like to bring the fingers together. I just like the arms parallel. Whatever feels good. Standing leg, working, engaging those glutes. If that top foot is inside the thigh, it's above the knee of that standing leg, you should be able to feel those quads working. So this pose helps to strengthen that standing leg. It's a challenge for the balance. So you're improving your balance. You're having to concentrate. And we slowly come down. We shake the legs out. We shake the arms out. the shoulder, loosen the shoulders. Other side, you're on the right foot, the left foot is inside the leg, below or above the knee. Whenever you're ready, palms together. And then the arms come up. Maybe have the fingertips together. It's up to you. Gauge those quads, inner quads. And another thing is, if you gaze at something not moving, it really helps with the balance. And then we come out of the pose. Okay, standing pigeon. If you'd rather do recline pigeon, that figure 4, that's fine. Standing pigeon, we're on the left foot. The block, we're going to have the block in front. So this time we're on one leg. We're still on one leg, is just like tree, but the knee of that standing leg is bent. We'll bring the right leg on top, flexing this top foot. We're going to start off just resting the hands on that top leg. I'm trying to keep the back neutral. I'm trying not to round the back. The lower you go, the more you're going to feel the stretch. You're going to feel it on the outside of the hip most likely. The block is there if you want to go a little bit lower. Lower still, lower the block. Or you can bring the fingertips to the ground, whatever feels good. Try and keep that back neutral. And eventually the palms are going to be on the ground and we're going to fly. Not today. Unless you want. You can do flying pigeon if you want. And then we slowly come back up. I would normally, if we were going to go into flying pigeon, I would normally do a few more hip openers first. Other side. Bending that knee, that right knee. Left foot on top, foot flexed. Start off with the hands on that top leg, just as a placeholder. And whenever you're comfortable, you can go a little bit lower, using that block to keep the balance. Maybe you can bring the hands all the way down. I'm just on my fingertips here. Good stretch. This is a little bit tighter for me this side, but I think my left hip is a bit tighter than my right hip. And then we slowly come back up. That feels good. So let's do, actually I fancy doing regular pigeon as well. So I'm going to switch my mat here. And again, if regular pigeon is not your pose, you can do a recline pigeon. So we'll start off in downward facing dog. We'll bring the right leg up to the ceiling, and then we'll bring that right knee forward. Remember, we're keeping the hips nice and even to the ground. I'm tucking the toes of the back foot. I'm walking that foot back a little bit. We do this fairly often. So we'll hold pigeon for a little bit, and then we'll add a few little variations. So just come into extended pigeon and just hang out here. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to add a twist. If you don't want to do the twist, you can just stay in raised pigeon or extended pigeon. But for the twist, you have to come into raised pigeon first, and then I'm going to take my left arm, trying to get the upper arm or the elbow onto my right leg, and then pushing those palms together, coming into that twist. And then coming out. And another variation is if you want a little bit of quad stretch, I'm taking hold of the back foot, I'm reaching for the inside of the foot, and I'm going to pull that foot in towards the back. So again, I'm getting more of quad stretch and a psoas stretch here. And release. Another thing you can do is bring the hands over the head and hold onto the foot. Okay, another thing I'll rephrase that. Another thing you can't do, well, at least I can't, holding onto the foot. What you could do though is sometimes what I do is I take a strap, put it around the foot, and then hold onto the strap. Downward facing dog, walk the dog. Bring the left leg up, extended down dog. Come into pigeon, bringing that left knee forward, hips nice and even. Walk that back foot back a little bit, just so you're getting the stretch that's good for you. Eventually, this left hip, the glutes, the butts is going to be down on the ground, but that might take a while. If it's not down and you need support, you could slide a cushion underneath or a skinny block. But whatever you do, try and keep the hips even. Don't lean over from one side to the other side. Extended pigeon. Support the head. Hang out here. Let's add a little bit of a twist. So we're bringing, from raised pigeon, we're bringing that right arm onto that left leg. And we bring the palms together. We unwind. And if you want a bit of a quad stretch, I'm reaching for the inside of my back foot with my right hand, and I'm pulling that foot in. And release. We come into down dog and walk the dog. And then lie face down on the mat. Let's do a little bit of back strengthening. So come face down on the mat. Just resting the head. And we're just going to bring the right leg up. And then we're going to do a few pulses. And then we're just going to hold the leg up, keeping the leg straight. And then other leg comes up. We do a few pulses. And we hold that leg still. And we bring the leg down and we take a little breather, one side of the face on the mat. Dhanurasana, we bend both knees, we reach for the feet. So you can take hold of the top of the feet below the toes or the inside of the ankles. Legs are going to do the work. Similar action to what we did in Half Moon. You're pushing the feet into the hands. You're lifting the legs up. You're trying to open that chest. Try not to let the legs splay out. So you want to try and keep the legs parallel to each other. You're bringing the thighs off the ground. You're bringing the feet up towards the ceiling. You're trying to open that chest. Breathe. A little higher if you can. A little higher. A little higher. And then slowly come down. Rest the other side of the face on the mat. And then we come back up. So that action we did in Pigeon, where we held onto the foot. You could do it from here. You can hold onto the inside of the foot and you can bring that foot down, just like this kind of action. Keep the knee happy. So I'm bringing my hand inside the foot. If I bring it inside the foot, I can then get the hand on top of the foot and I can get a little bit more leverage. Keep the knee happy. And whenever you're ready, the other side. And then I used to be able to do both at the same time, but I haven't tried this for a while. Let's see if this works. I'm taking hold of both feet. And I'm trying to bring both feet down to the ground. A little bit like that. So it's like Dhanurasana, but we're bringing the feet in rather than coming up like this. We're keeping the thighs down and the feet in. Then we come out. Actually, I'm not so keen on that one. Child's pose. This time bring the knees together, feet together, and we're just going to rest the head down on the ground. Use a block if you need to. Arms either side of the legs, palms facing up, hands next to the feet, and totally relax, just letting the back just letting the back gently stretch out. And then we slowly come back up. Come onto your back. Walk the feet in. Take the feet a little bit wider than the hips. And let's just rest the hands on the belly or on the ground, and we're just going to take the knees from side to side, just like windshield wipers. Try and move with the breath. Inhale as the knees come up, exhale as they go down. Another version of windshield wipers. We bring both legs up to the ceiling. Arms at about 40 degrees, 45 degrees. We take the legs over to one side, about halfway down, back up, and then over to the other side. Arms pushed into the ground as you lower the legs and to help you bring the legs back up. Maybe you can go a little lower, but not too low. Don't struggle, but it should be a little bit of a challenge. We then bring the knees in and we come into happy baby. Again, I like to hold on to the inside of the feet, but it doesn't matter, you can hold on to the outside of the feet. I'm trying to get the tailbone as low to the ground as I possibly can, pulling the shoulders down, trying to soften the shoulders. A lot of arm strength on this one. And then take hold of the big toes and start to extend the legs into a V position, or that direction. Again, pulling the shoulders away from the ears, tailbone down nice and low, getting a good stretch down the inside of the legs, or maybe the back of the legs. We bend the knees, we hold on to the back of the legs, we rock into boat. You can release the legs if you have a good back. Trying to get the back neutral. More challenge with the arms released from the legs. More challenge if you straighten the legs. More challenge if you bring the legs a little bit higher. You're breathing. Really try and keep that back nice and neutral. Try not to round the back like this. So you're trying to bring those hips forward. And then we're going to slowly lower. So the feet are about 3 inches off the ground, legs are straight. You're supporting the head. You're pushing the lower back into the ground like crazy. Abs of steel for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We lower all the way down. We inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Let's do a little bit of a twist before we go into Shavasana. Extend the right leg on the ground, pull the left knee in close. I'm going to shift my hips slightly over to the left as I bring that the left knee over to the right, and extending that left arm, looking over the left shoulder. You really want to keep both shoulders on the ground. Palm of that extended arm is up, palm up. You're pulling that left shoulder down and in. You've got to work it twists. And take about 3 breaths. And we unwind. Knees come in, we rock from side to side. And then we take the twist in the other direction. Left leg extended on the ground, right knee pulled in. Shifting the hips over to the right as you take that right leg over to the left side. Looking over that right shoulder. Keep that shoulder grounded. Take about 3 breaths here. We come out of the twist. Hold the knees, hug the knees, rock from side to side. And then a full body stretch. Extend the legs, arms over the head, extending the arms, get as much length as you possibly can. Bit of a side stretch, banana shape. And then stretch out the other side of the body. And then recenter. And come into Shavasana. Trying to get length in the neck, arms either side of you, palms up, and just relax. Just let. So let's just stretch the hands out a little bit. So stretching the hands, getting as much space as you can between the fingers, and then just clench. Stretch out again, and then clench. Stretch, and clench. Relax the hands. Bring the thumb into the palm, clasp the thumb, little finger on the ground, and then try and turn the knuckles towards the ground, stretching out the thumb side of the hands. And then release and relax the hands again. Bring the back of the hands together. Hold for a breath or two. Bring the palms together. Hold, pushing the hands into each other. And release. Walk the feet in. Roll over to one side. And after a couple of breaths, with the eyes closed, you just come into a seated position. Inhale as the arms come up. Exhale as they come down. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Keep the palms together. Namaste.